it is time to go ahead and advance to Pro Bowl week, which is actually where we find out who is in the Super Bowl, but it is not without controversy as the two opponents facing off in the NFC Championship are at a standstill and have both agreed to or have been forced to agree to taking a sim. And I'm going to get into that after this, but I really hate for it to come down to this as I really just experienced this myself last Madden in my Raiders rebuild. If y'all was watching and keeping up with that, y'all know, but here it is. We're about to find out here who we face off against in the Super Bowl via a sim. God, I hated to do that. That sucks. And it is the New York Giants. We will be facing off against them for a second time this year. And wow, that's so unfortunate. What an unfortunate way to go out for the Detroit Lions. And it sucks. And a 3-point loss at that, 24-21. So for those of you who don't know, they tried to play once and the Lions was in complete control up. I want to say he was up a score or two. I think he was up 2 scores. Yeah, he was up 2 scores. Giants had the ball in the third quarter. He was driving. He was in the red zone about to score a touchdown. And then the connection dropped. In my league, if you're up at any given point during the game and the connection is lost, whatever is the deficit, those points need to be spotted back to whoever was the leading opponent during the game. And whoever had possession last needs to have that possession. If it's in the second half of the game and the leading opponent is up by 2 or more scores, then that win will be awarded to whoever was winning. But when it's the playoffs, I leave it in the hands of the users that are playing because you don't want to make brash decisions during the playoffs. So the Lions felt like he was entitled to the win. The Giants gave pushback because the Giants said, hey, although you were up 14, I had the ball in the red zone getting ready to score. It was about to be a 1-possession ball game. So after going back and forth, they agreed to play again. And when they played again, it was a neck and neck ball game going into the third quarter. And then the connection dropped again. And Giants was looking to play again. Lions was like, nah, I already won that game. Game 1. We shouldn't have even been in that game in game 2. So the problem is you agreed to play. So once you agree to play and then you're playing and then the connection drops, well, then the same opportunity needs to be awarded to the Giants. They couldn't find any middle ground. So the only end connection we came to, or the only end result that we came to, was that it would just have to be a sim. Giants did not want to sim. Lions said sim it because he wasn't playing again. So I gave it days. I gave it about 4 or 5 days to see if they were eventually going to play again. They didn't decide to play again. So finally, I had to make a decision. We have to move forward in this league. And I decided we're just going to go ahead and sim it. And the Giants had to be okay with it. And we went ahead and simmed it. And that's where we're at now. And the Giants ended up pulling through with the simulation victory. And like I said, this happened to me last year against the same opponent. He wasn't the Lions, he was the Texans. But in year 1 in the AFC Championship, we were going back and forth, and then the connection dropped. It was a neck and neck ball game. For those that do follow my rebuilds, and if you followed my Raiders rebuild, you know what I'm talking about. It was a neck and neck ball game. I had it documented, and then the connection dropped. And he didn't want to play again. He just wanted to go ahead and sim it. And this is the same situation involving the same user. And I'm not saying anything negative about him, like this is a thing that he always does. I mean, the guy was up by 14 for crying out loud. But it's unfortunate that it had to come down to a sim and that he ended up losing that sim. Because 9 times out of 10, well, I can't even say that because it was neck and neck. They were going back and forth in game 2. But it's a high possibility that we could have faced off against him again in back-to-back years. But instead, we're facing off against the Giants, which I'm going to play whoever I got to play anyways. But we played the Giants early on in the regular season, and we have a little bit of confidence. Now, it was a blowout, but That's not to say that this is going to be a blowout. He probably made adjustments or took things away from that game because towards the end of that game, he started to figure some things out. So I'll have to be on my P's and Q's going into this game. I'll have to make sure I got all of my players that upgraded with all the XP that they have acquired over this time. I'll have to look at that and see who has what right now before we do advance to Super Bowl week and see exactly who wins what and what XP they end up getting. But players of the week for the championship week, we had AR and DeMarvion Overshown for us over in the AFC championship, and over in the NFC championship via that simulation, Tyrone Tracy Jr. on offense and Caleb Downs on defense. But AR had a fantastic game. Nothing over the top, 184 pass yards, 2 pass TDs. He was only sacked once. And then DeMarvion Overshown, y'all saw what he did in that game. But we got a storyline for this game going into this week. We'll see what this says. It says player recognition. So we're going to see who exactly is getting recognized this week during the Pro Bowl week. And then I'll take a peek at the XP available for the players that we have that need to be upgraded right now. And then we'll see exactly who would have made the Pro Bowl on our team. So just saw your message as I was walking by. How's it going? Seeing everyone celebrating this week, I was looking back at all the great performances this year. So who are we spotlighting? Okay, Isaiah Bond had an incredible year, and I'd like to do something special for him. Okay, let's see. Agreed. We would have had a much different offense without him. So he does deserve the recognition. But don't forget about your impact. You know what? I always highlight the players. I need to go ahead and highlight the coach. Show some respect for Kellen Moore and the work that he put in. So I don't know about that, but I appreciate the comment. Nah, you deserve it. You did your part, even though majority of that was on me. I'm being serious. The way you develop Isaiah this year really helped him break out. You should be just as proud of yourself as you are those guys having fun in the Pro Bowl games. I do feel like I've learned a lot this past season. Thanks, Coach. I appreciate the kind words. So we have a ability unlocked wide receiver, tight end practitioner has been unlocked for Coach Kellen Moore. So a win before the Super Bowl is clutch. Now we get to go ahead and check out some of these players. Okay, so Caden Proctor so far at this point, before the awards week, before NFL honors, has 5. A lot of players have 5 and a lot of players have 4. We anticipate that increasing once awards week come and we see who accumulated what, and then that's when we'll upgrade our guys. So first, let's take a peek and see exactly who all made the Pro Bowl. So starting with the QB, AR should have made it. Why is it not showing? Oh, okay, there it goes. 2 Pro Bowls. So back-to-back years, Anthony Richardson makes a Pro Bowl appearance, turning him into a star. As you can see, we're in year 2, and he is a 99 overall. Now, it says +3 morale, but he is already a 99. There's not much more we can improve. His morale is just up. We had him up in the 90s after year 1, and he is just an absolute beast of a quarterback. So let's check out Katron Allen since we did the majority of the work with him. Bashal will look at him, but I don't anticipate we made the Pro Bowl with him. But you never know. I've seen all kinds of crazier things happen before. But Bashal Tutin had the breakout year. So I anticipate that he made the Pro Bowl in his rookie year. And there it is. There you have it. Pro Bowl appearance. He gets a bunch of XP for that. So that's 2 Pro Bowlers for us right there. We have our star quarterback. We have our rookie running back, who isn't even a starter. We just put him in position to get starter carries. But let's see if Bashal Tutin might have possibly made the Pro Bowl, even though I highly doubt it. Let's take a look and see if he made the Pro Bowl. So let's scroll down week 18. There it is. No Pro Bowl appearance for Bashal Tutin. We knew it, but BTJ and Isaiah Bond should have for sure made the Pro Bowl. I would think. No Pro Bowl for BTJ? What? Isaiah Bond has to have made it, though. Let's see. Let's look. Damn, no Isaiah Bond either. So we didn't make the Pro Bowl with neither one of our receivers? What? Did we focus that much on the run game? We're about to find out looking at the offensive line. And Caden Proctor definitely had to make the Pro Bowl. There it is. Pro Bowl appearance. The guy that or the most sought after player by us in this year's draft, or this past year's draft, whatever you want to, the year 1 draft class. ends up making a Pro Bowl, ends up having a monstrous year. You saw his overall. He's been an absolute stud. Jedrick Wills, why did I say Willis? He didn't make the Pro Bowl. Let's see if Ezra Cleveland ended up making a Pro Bowl. I would anticipate a lot of our offensive linemen made the Pro Bowl, right? There we go. Ezra Cleveland. So that's 2 offensive linemen for us. 4 players in total. I'm still appalled that neither BTJ or Isaiah Bond made the Pro Bowl. I mean, after all, we did throw for over 4,000 yards with AR. You would have thought that would have meant for receivers to be in there as well. But no Pro Bowl appearance for Daniel Falele. Damn. So I would have thought at least we'd have had 3 or 4 offensive linemen in a Pro Bowl for sure with the way we ran the ball. And we don't even have a Pro Bowl with Green. So we literally only had 2 offensive linemen make the Pro Bowl. So far, 4 players deep in the Pro. Oh, I didn't go further. I'm tripping. And Leighton Robinson didn't make the Pro Bowl either. Jesus Christ. So I highly doubt Harrison made the Pro Bowl. So 2 offensive linemen, 4 players in total. Sam Williams, it would be an abomination if he didn't make the Pro Bowl. I'm sure he made it for certain. There it goes. Pro Bowl appearance. First Pro Bowl appearance. We didn't make the Pro Bowl with him in year 1, but he made up for it in a major way in year 2, arguably in the MVP conversation, but he didn't get that. Of course, we know that's going to go to Trey Lance. So Adibare, no Pro Bowl appearance for Adibare. I'm sure Barno made the Pro Bowl for sure. This should be back-to-back Pro Bowls for Barno, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Barno, 2 Pro Bowl appearances, excuse me. But there you have it, back-to-back appearances in the Pro Bowl, or at least the Pro Bowl games for Amari Barno. So I done lost count. What is that? 6 players? I think that's 6 Pro Bowlers in total. Let's see if Elijah Chapman. Yep, Elijah Chapman. That's 7 Pro Bowlers right there. Back-to-back Pro Bowl appearances for Elijah Chapman, his damn self. So we're on a roll right now. We have 7 Pro Bowlers. We have 2 defensive linemen right now, 2 offensive linemen. Actually, 3 defensive linemen. I'm sorry. Did Isaiah Simmons make it? Isaiah Simmons made it. Back-to-back Pro Bowl appearances for Isaiah Simmons. So that makes 8 Pro Bowlers for us now. We're about to make history. We're about to break all kinds of records at this point. Maybe not though. I don't know. What is the record for most Pro Bowlers? Is it 7? Is it 8? Overshown did not make the Pro Bowl, but the way he's been playing, you would assume that he was a Pro Bowler. Let's see. Travis Hunter. I know Travis Hunter made the Pro Bowl for sure. Wesley Bassant. I forgot we even had Wesley Bassant on the roster. We did. That goes to show how deep and how stacked our defense is, that we had him on the roster and we didn't even really utilize or use him, put emphasis on him on the defensive side. But Travis Hunter, let's go check and see. Travis Hunter for sure should have made the Pro Bowl, and that would put us at 9 Pro Bowlers for the season if he indeed made the Pro Bowl. So let's see. Scroll down, week 18. Travis Hunter, there you go. Didn't make it in his rookie year, but he made up for it, having a spectacular year 2, making the Pro Bowl. And as you can see, he's a 94. He is an absolute beast. We used to use him on offense as well, but for some reason, I don't know if it's a glitch because he plays both sides of the ball, but they, damn, Ransaw didn't make it either. They didn't allow him to catch a lot of passes on offense. So I just stopped using him on offense and I left him exclusively on the defensive side of things. But Lewisine didn't make the Pro Bowl either. So that's going to leave us at 9 Pro Bowlers, because I know Bojorquez didn't make the Pro Bowl either. We didn't even really punt like that. So yeah, no Pro Bowl. So a total of 9 Pro Bowlers for us this year. It's been a spectacular year, and we can go ahead and advance and we can learn who won what awards, and we can start our upgrade process before we get into the game action. But that's going to do it for this episode. As always, if you're here for the first time or you're returning and you haven't liked or subscribed already, please do so. Click that notification tab so you can stay up to speed with more of this Jaguars rebuild, as well as other Madden 26 and Madden 27 content coming soon. Again, I appreciate you all for tuning in. That's been my time. Till next time.